up, everyone watching the show? Whether you are on YouTube or Facebook, rep your city in the comments. Click, like, and share the show right now for us. We appreciate you and your support. Today, we have part 2 of Who Murdered Sheila Prater with Sheila's daughter, Tiara Prater. We are in for another deep show. Again, like this video and share it, guys. Click, like, and share right now for us. Call in at 248-854-9850, even though today we just going to use the comments because she's going to actually be using the call-in line to interview. So this is episode 47. You are watching the Love and Success edition of the Porch Talk podcast with myself, Rocky Road, Diana Big Fella, and Shelby the Great. You can stream our podcast on Apple, Google, Spotify, iHeart, Radio Public, and more. Send us your shady and scandalous stories. We love to hear it. It can be shady or an entanglement, or the situation can just be outrageous and scandalous. Email us at rockyroadproductionsllc@gmail.com, or you can go to the website under Contact Us. There is a prompt under it. Submit your shady and scandalous stories, and we will respond to them anonymously. All right, so Tiara will be coming in. Let me let her know to go ahead and call in. Okay. I got to multitask, y'all. Anyway, until she calls in, what's going on, y'all? What's up? What's been going on with y'all weekend thus far? And I'm going to share the show, too.
Man, dumbass people.
Not dumbass people.
I think y'all feel the same way.
Yeah, it's been that's been a 45-hour epidemic going on around here of just ignorance and stupidity.
Man.
Seriously, and I've been involved in a lot of it too.
Oh man.
Yeah, I done had my share. I must apologize.
Oh, looks like she has called in. Hey, Tiara, how are you doing, honey? Can you hear us?
Call
Tiara,
her,
can you hear?
Hello.
Hey, baby, how you doing? You there?
Technical difficulties. All right.
Hello, you there?
Hello.
Okay, she's gonna call us back.
What plan is that?
Speaking of calling, I got called real early and got woke up today. Just, you know what? We'll get into that later. Just
Okay.
people just stupid.
I was just about to say that's anger.
Just stupid.
Hey, babe. Ooh, what was that? My mouse. Lord, have mercy. How you doing?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good, good.
How you feeling today?
Man. You know what? Oh, y'all, I got so much to say. Let me calm down. I'm sorry. I done got a little overly excited, okay? But y'all, I'm going to say I'm doing. How are y'all doing?
We doing good, honey.
Doing good.
I'm glad you've been holding up. Been checking on you. I know it's been crazy since the last episode that we had. I mean, even on my
Hasn't
end.
it, friend?
Yes.
Hasn't it?
From day one after the interview, the shenanigans began. So I know it's about to get real interesting for today's show. So whenever
you know
you're ready.
I'm sorry to even cut you off, but
No,
I
you
just
good.
have to as first off, and you know, one thing about it, I'm gonna admit where we were wrong. And when I say we, I'm gonna be speaking on myself, and I'm speaking for my family as well, that though they don't want to, you know, say it, I'm gonna say it for them, okay? Because wrong is regardless. First off, I want to give a public apology to Victor Williams. As crazy as that sounds, I know whatever the case, but I want to publicly give an apology to whether he ever hears it or not. Because for one, that man has been accused. Okay? This man has been accused 2 years. And along with Dallas County Police Department, who's also been lying, along with my brother, Trevante, who's also been lying. And I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm about to put it out there today. And let me just also say, if something happened to me, then y'all know who did it. But I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there. It was a lot of lies told, and people didn't want me to say anything. People didn't want me on the surface, but I'm just gonna put it all out. I'm sorry in advance if any backlash comes from this show, but I'm going to put it all out there by Dallas County Police Department, to my brother, to Detective Tabor, and everybody else that might have been involved.
Well then.
Right.
Oh, it's about to get spicy.
First, let me say that just goes to your maturity level by apologizing, because that's something that a lot of people just don't know how to do. It's like, damn, you're wrong.
Right.
Say you're sorry.
Just say
people don't know how to do that shit.
You know what I mean? And it ain't even like it's a situation. This man been accused of murdering somebody, and his mother also. Like, there was a hate out for them. So much get back games involved and all. To y'all, when I say this stuff, I'm trying so hard to stay calm and watch my language, for one. Well, when I say this stuff has made a turn, I mean, you'll be like, what in the heck do you call justice? Like, I don't know how updated y'all were with the news story, if you all seen the original news story. But in the original news story, my brother stated that he found my mother around 10 o'clock, 10:30, around that time, okay? He said that the police kept him calm on the phone the whole time, even when he entered the house. My brother told myself and other family members that the reason he knew that something happened to my mom is because her car was missing and she wasn't answering the phone around 10:30 when he went over her house. When I tell y'all that everything that my brother said was everything, every single thing, from the news story up until the 2 years that have passed, up until the time he got on the stand, the story has changed. Times have changed. Locations of us have changed. And as y'all know, Victor got not guilty, in which, if I may say, and I'm not trying to sound heartless about it, but when my people were praying, they were praying for somebody's downfall. But when I was praying for justice for my mom. You know what I'm saying? So where they were praying like, oh, get Victor in jail. Get Victor in jail. God, let Victor get life. I was more so than only one praying like, God, you let your will be done. If Victor didn't murder my mama, let him get not guilty. And let it be a continuing investigation of who did. Because this ain't something, it ain't no justice right now. You know what I'm saying? So, needless to say, my brother lied. Y'all, he got on that stand and everything changed. Everything. Like the whole story. And it's led me to believe, I guess because I know the history. The last time I talked to y'all, and I'm sorry, this is all in one, but this is just me venting and letting y'all know everything, okay? But when I first talked to y'all, I let y'all ask me, how was my brother doing? I said, we would pray for him. There was nothing ill said of him or none of that. Rocky, you can also attest that after my first interview, were we not getting harassment?
Yes. So to speak to that, we did an interview on July 3rd. July 4th, I get a phone call from Texas. And I said in my head, let me answer this because someone calling from Texas on the 4th of July, it must be something. Well, I shouldn't have answered it. And it was her brother in his own way trying to manipulate the situation to get me to take the interview down. And he was saying everything she said was a lie, which turned out Tiara gave me receipts of the stuff she was saying was the truth that he said was a lie, which is crazy. I had people coming in my inbox threatening me to take the stuff down, but I didn't. I blocked all those people. Her uncle kept calling me. I wouldn't respond, and I let him know, like, you're going to have to go through legal procedures for me to take it down or whatever. And he called me again trying to be intimidating, and I just stopped answering their phone calls, but I just thought it was crazy all this nonsense was going on.
Intimidating?
Yeah.
No, you didn't tell me that.
I mean, he wasn't. I mean, I told you everything, but he was like, that's the route you want to go? You sure that's the route you want to go?
No.
And friend, I swear to you, they came to me the same way. I swear to God, I woke up at 5 a.m. He texted me and was like, you made a big fucking, excuse my French, you made a big effing mistake. Oh, mouth. I was like, what? Nigga, are you threatening me?
Yep. And I kept telling her, like, you need to make sure that you and your kids get somewhere safe. Because it was getting crazy. Her uncle called me 2 or 3 times. I never talked to him. After I had talked to the brother, because my husband was like, man, let that go. You know what I'm saying? Don't even entertain it pretty much. You did your part pretty much.
And it's crazy because they've been so entertained on what my brother said. And now that, the verdict is not guilty, everybody's like, dang. Maybe we should have listened to Tiara 2 years ago when she was trying to tell us. I'm not, one thing about it, regardless of what my brother has done in the past, and I'm just going to go and put it out because it needs to be out there because I want justice for my mama. So I don't care who get mad behind this interview. Let me just say that. And I don't, I know any type of consequence, which is why I stated what I said earlier. Lord forbid anything saying this on public record. Because my mom also tried to reach out for help to Dallas County Police Department, and they didn't care until she was found deceased. So, be a victim, but I also want justice for my mother, and, I feel like there's been some covering up, first of all. My brother also said he did not talk to Victor that night. My brother has been playing as though he's been the guy that's found my mom, but in the trial, and I'm just going to ask y'all this in y'all opinion. Lord forbid y'all find y'all mother peace, okay? You in your right mind, are you finna sit there with your deceased mother for 3 hours?
Absolutely
not.
For
3 hours. Your mother in the cheek and in the chest. Are you finna sit there and have a conversation with your mama for 3 hours while she dead?
Absolutely not.
No.
Like you sick in the mind.
I can definitely speak for I can definitely speak for myself. I don't know about anyone else, but no, that seemed a little bit
sick.
Narcissistic. You know what I'm saying? No, like a necrophiliac. I'm sorry, like a necrophiliac. Like that's weird. But
that's weird.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
That's real weird. And then for him to say it, like if y'all had have heard how many times they rephrased the question, so you were alone in the house with your deceased mother for 3 hours before the police came. Yes. So it took the police 3 hours to come. Yes, it did. So did it take hours? Man, it took 3 hours since my neighbor came outside because he said he heard something. What? Like, what? That's not what you've been telling us. You told the police you came because my grandfather told you that Victor threw the keys at him and said, Sheila good now. That was a lie. Her car was not missing at all. That was a lie. My brother lied to the police the whole time and said, oh, Sheila and Victor had been broke up. My brother deleted the message out of his phone that my mother sent him, telling him that her and Victor be getting back together. He told her F her. We had to find all this out at the trial. So, in my head, to me, and the way it looks, I don't.
You broke.
In all honesty,
you broke
because
up.
of my brother. Oh, I'm sorry.
You broke up.
Now?
Say that one more time. You said in your head. What now?
In my head, I feel the verdict was correct as far as like Victor being released and not guilty. And I just hate it that right now Dallas County is to the point of like it's over. Like they don't want to look anymore. They don't want to do anything at this point. Like, they're completely done.
So, what about what the detective or the police officer stated on the stand that totally let everyone know that they did not do their job?
Oh, I almost called him a son of a bitch. Oh, this man, her friend. Let me tell you about Sugarfoot. Okay, and I'm going to just have to call him that, y'all, because when I say I'm laughing to keep from being pissed, for real, y'all, because the way they played, I won't even put a day in it. The way Detective Brian Tabor, who, as he quotes, I've been on the department for 15 years. Okay, sir. Well, why did you wait till year 15 to decide to drop ball and sit here and say some stuff like, no, we didn't whatsoever. It was a footprint in the blood, though. No, we didn't at all. Oh, we only assumed it was Victor. Said it was. They said, did you test anything with Victor? Yeah, they've been telling us for 2 years they have evidence of. We get the results in the trial that there was no gunpowder residue. There was no location matching his cell tower as they proclaimed it was. No evidence. When I say none, y'all, I mean none. This man opened his mouth and said, the only reason that I've been holding this man for so long is because Sheila Prater's son, Travante, told me. In the hell do they do that in?
Tiara, 1 second. I hate to interrupt you. Are you on speakerphone?
No, ma'am.
Okay, it's breaking up. Your story is good and it's it's breaking up.
Right.
It's like a certain key points to go out right when you say something.
Right.
Yeah. Are you moving in any way?
Let me see. Can you hear me now?
I hear you now. Is that
Okay, let me see. It's probably because my blood pressure up, girl, and I'm back and forth. So, but I'm gonna just sit. I'm gonna take a seat.
okay?
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to I'm so sorry to take you back
It's
because I want to make sure
okay.
everybody
It's okay.
hears this. So
It's
Detective
okay.
Sugarfoot Tabor, what did this man get on the stand and what bombshell did he unleash?
So he gets up there and, well, first off, let me say this about him. To first off, I guess put me out there because they were going through the history of the call logs of my mom's police records. And every female name that she had words with, he's like, oh, that's her daughter. Oh, that's her daughter. Oh, no, that's her daughter right there. So alone, it's like, well, these reports are saying that, this and they're in an altercation, so it's not sounding right that you're telling us this is her daughter. So it shouldn't have took the defendant's attorney, which was Victor's attorney, to get up and say, first of all, you will not do this trial and mess up Tiara, and she was not has been called and all this stuff. Like, first off, detective, how are you the detective?
The devil is so busy. This phone is breaking up again, child.
Girl, that is the devil. Oh my God.
He done jumped in the power lines, honey. Every time you get juicy into it, here it go. Okay. You were saying that they were going through the phone records.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, can y'all hear me good now?
Yes.
Okay. So they were going through the phone records, and we're all pretty much looking like, how the heck doesn't a detective who's been over her case for 2 years, how don't you know her daughter's name? So that alone has stood out. Well, what happened after you interrogated Victor that night? He ended up letting us know that Victor turned himself in. He didn't have to go out and find Victor or nothing like that. So they do the test on Victor's hands for the gunpowder residue. And he ends up not having any residue on his hands or nothing like that at all. This guy doesn't talk to Detective Tabor one time. And when I talked to him, he was giving me a sad apology.
Oh, boy.
Facebook page.
Every time she gets to that part.
So when you talk to him, sorry, it started breaking up again. When you talk to him, he was giving you an apology. What now?
He was giving me an apology, and then he gave me like a sad sob, that little script they give of "We're here for you."
Mm.
But he ended up blocking me for a year and a half. Like I wasn't able to contact him whatsoever. If they go through his voicemails, they'll be able to attest that it's over a year and a half of voicemails to detect the tape. But he
Uh-oh.
and and he admits that pretty much he's had me blocked because my brother told him to. And he admits that he didn't test the shirt that Victor had on that night. He didn't test my brother's footprints. He didn't legally, and when I say he didn't legally check phone records, it's because they're required to have a certificate to check phones pretty much. And their certificate was outdated by 7 months. So everything you all that they.
Oh my God. Hold on one second. You said everything that what now? It cut out again.
Everything that pretty much we deployed, in order for this to be a case, he pretty much dropped the ball. He didn't contact any other family but my brother. He only went off what my brother said. And even when it showed that Victor had a residue, he still kept Victor. Like, he didn't do his job at all. And to only say you're sorry, that's not enough. Not for me. It might be enough for my family, but it's not enough as her child, because she only had 2 kids. And one of them, in her daughter's eyes, her son is looking like a suspect. And, saying he didn't talk to anybody else that night, y'all. Like, he's on the stand, story just flipping. You told them that you didn't talk to anybody, but I have emails. I told you, Rocky. He me to call him about my mom, and I did.
So we had talked about there being, correct me if I'm wrong, this is what I remember, but I know
Yes,
so
ma'am.
correct me if I'm wrong. There was a cell phone and a backpack discovered at the scene, correct?
Yes, ma'am, it was. It was a blue backpack, and there was another cell phone, and I'm glad you brought that up. Let me tell y'all where Sugarfoot slipped up again.
I'm sorry.
He sits up here with his funny looking self. He's sitting on the stand with an attitude. Like, he really don't want to be up there for our people anyway. But he's sitting up there because he got to do his so-called job that he slipped up doing 15 years later. But anyway, there and there was a blue backpack that was sitting next to Sheila's purse. But no, we didn't test that. So Victor's attorney asked him, well, did you all test the cell phone? This one was given to you all to test. Oh, we tried to test it. Did you test it when? So they asked him, did you test it when we gave it to you or months later? Oh, I tested it 4 months later. You test evidence 4 months later and then say something like, oh, but then the phone had powered off when I tried to get it tested, so I never could get the job done. No, you just didn't done. How does it take you 4 months to look up evidence?
And this is all why this man is
God.
in custody?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then as my brother is sitting there on the stand getting caught in lies and all, like the attorney, Victor's attorney, I'm not even gonna lie. If he wasn't who he was and represented who he did, I would have hired him if I had some issues. This man was on his job, y'all. This man was asking my brother the stuff that even I wanted to know, like, why is your story changing? Why is this? Why is that? And y'all, it got him so upset to where he was like ready to walk off. Like, you admitted on the stand that you were upset with my mother, that you told her you don't even want to see her face. Like, and the only damage, my brother also lied by saying that there's blood all over the walls, y'all. There's blood all over the walls. Oh my God, it's a massacre in here. That's what he said when he tried to set me up to live with him. Hello. But when he did that, his words were, oh, it was a massacre in this house. And there was blood all over the walls. It's so much blood you won't be able to see nothing. He told me that same night he found my mother, he was the one cleaning up her brains and all this stuff, okay? He told me this out of his mouth. But you get up there and we see pictures at the trial, and the only damage, there's no blood on the walls. There's nothing, y'all. The only damage. Come on now.
Okay. We gonna take it back again because the phone broke up, and I think we're gonna go to break, and so we can come back and hopefully the phone we get you in the best reception area possible. So this, we can't because you're doing an excellent
That ain't
job.
nothing but the devil. They don't want me to get this out there, but I don't care how long this take. I'll keep repeating if I have to.
I know. I'm with you. What part?
So
Oh.
go back to the.
Thank you, babe.
To the. I guess I hate to say it, but the brain matter part.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you said
yes,
that he was
man.
clean, that he had said that it was so much all over the place, and then something.
He went from when he talked to the phone, y'all. He said it was a bloody massacre. When he talked to me that very next morning, like the morning of him finding, asked him. I said, "Trey, did you kill our mama?" He told me I was a selfish beef for ass. But I know his history. Like, he's fought my mom before. He's fought my mom plenty of times. He's pulled guns on me. So it wasn't. It's not like I didn't have a reason to ask. But
he called you a selfish bitch for asking, "Did you kill your mom? Did he kill your mom?" Wow.
Yes, and his words were. Words the next day, y'all. The bitch should have listened to me. Fuck with Victor. He told us on the stand in the trial. That's what he was talking to her about for 3 hours while she. That's by messing with him. I told her she made a mistake.
So
really?
So let me get this right. Your brother has physically fought your mother before.
Yes, sir.
More than once.
Yes, sir.
And he has pulled the gun on you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. He's troubled.
He is.
Right.
He's definitely
he
troubled.
Is. And let me just go ahead and put it out there since it's all out there anyway. My family covers for it, okay? Because, sometimes with family problems, they try to keep it in the family. But me, I'm one that feels like I don't care who he got to get help from. So he won't have to hurt nobody over here. We need to let somebody know. But, they try to sweep everything under the first time everybody brushed it off.
You said, go back. You said they try to sweep everything out of the rug. It cut out again. Under the rug.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
ma'am. They try to sweep everything under publicly known at first that my brother was fighting on my mom.
Oh.
It sounds like that police department down there just don't want to do no work.
No.
Thank you.
And get a check.
Thank
and
you.
Just keep it moving.
Thank you. I said the same thing. Like, if y'all hadn't heard the way these people told me, go rest my pretty little head. Bitch, how?
Wow.
How? I grew up with my brother and my mother, okay? The way it's looking to me, because I know it looks like my brother murdered my fucking mama, y'all. And nobody cares down here. I'm showing proof. I'm showing the lies that he said on the stand. I'm showing everything, y'all. And the way I told the police, the same way I told the DA, and the same way I told a few family members. It's going to take Tiara, that's doing this interview now, to be a victim for them to actually get what I'm talking about.
Well, let's not hope that.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's not hope
let's
that
not.
don't get to that point. Before
okay.
then, I mean, where as far as proximity, about how close is your brother from you?
10 minutes.
About 10 minutes. Oh, wow.
Yeah, you got.
And if he knew exactly where I was, it's like, I mean, he don't know that my mom's stupid with you.
I'm sorry. Say again.
Say that
You
again.
don't know your mom did what?
Huh?
Say that
know what?
again.
He doesn't know that I'm just right.
You went out again. Say it one more time.
I think she said right around the corner from her mom.
Yeah, what she said.
Oh, okay. 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 I
What
mean,
she
but do you have anybody around you that's, you know what I mean, that's on, that can kind of operate as a bodyguard or some type of
Friend,
protection?
hell no. Everybody
You might
like
need to
I ain't even
relocate.
gonna lie. If
Yeah.
I and I'm in the process of, I swear, like I have my apartment managers on it and everything, because I didn't add in the fact that the day after this verdict came out, my brother released a song and he crossed our faces out. Okay, I don't know what that means, but
He
we
was.
gonna use common sense in this damn thing.
This was for the album art.
Okay.
Yes.
And the song not even good, y'all. Like the song not even a sweet song. The song is a demonic song about, like, you know, you trying not to get locked up for murder and you put two noodle, but my mama got shot twice in her head, so certain things you just should not say. You know what I'm
Oh my
saying?
god.
But yeah, I mean, I screenshotted it. I even sent it to Rocky because I didn't want him calling like, oh, reason to lie on my sibling, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This shit is real fucking life. This shit feel like and I'm sorry for my language, but
You are
y'all,
right.
I've been bottling everything for a long time, and for it to be a 360 on me and to feel like the only MF that I grew up with has murdered our mama, this is a problem for me. And I'm trying, and that's all I can say. I don't know what the hell I'm trying to do, but I'm trying, y'all. I really the fuck am, and I'm losing it, especially when it's like the bastards who here to protect and fucking serve ain't serving nothing. You giving me a fucking headache to protect me.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. We are going to go to break, and I want you to hold all them thoughts. Get in the best position you can, because it keeps cutting out.
She on Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Are you on Wi-Fi?
No, I cut the Wi-Fi off earlier before the call.
Okay.
I don't.
Try to cut it on then.
Okay, let me see.
Okay, we're going to go to break, and we'll be back. So just stay watching us.
Okay, I will.
I just think that at the end of the day, you have to first, before you submit to somebody, you have to believe in them. You know what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of people pair up with partners and they don't believe in them.
Very, very, very interesting about Sha'Carri. Sha'Carri is unapologetically her. After all of this press, she's been getting a lot of negative press about who she is. Oh, she got a long weave, she got long nails, she got tattoos. People want to call her a man, people want to call her a rat. It's so much controversy here when, I mean, I ain't never read in track that you couldn't have long nails, and a lot of the women she was running against, black as well, had nails. They might have not been as long as hers.
It's only ever been like maybe 2 or 3 people that I cared about that enough to like, if they cheat, I'm hurt. But the rest of them, like, I play the role and then nigga, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? But like, I don't care that much about a lot of people.
Nigga, real talk though, listen, this is real talk. I only had 2 people that I could say,
yeah,
that I found out some shit and that shit hurt me to my soul.
And with those 2 or 3, if they would have chose to have an open relationship with me, we'd have been better off.
I'm tired of this shit. Like, I'm tired of the people who live these social media ass lifestyles when it's people who know the real you. What y'all should do when y'all be on some bullshit is stop just following people who know your real lifestyle, especially the people who could give a fuck less what you do or don't do. But don't put no shit on social media where people who know what you do can like be like, this sweet.
I came out here, you know, I kind of wanted to be under the radar. My husband is home, so being messy or even the slight appearance of it is risky. So I just figured I'd come outside and, you know, kind of be incognito, if that's even possible around here, but we'll pretend it is.
Like some of y'all women get with men because you think they got a couple dollars and they not spending shit on you.
Yeah, that's
or
crazy.
Or badass kids. Stop trying to find a man to be a baby daddy for your kids that's not their kids. Y'all can't be trying to date these men and be thinking they supposed to do for your kids. That's not their responsibility, especially when y'all dating. Where the fuck is the daddy?
Or let's normalize stop having kids with everybody not
just
marrying.
anybody,
What is that shit
right.
about? Y'all be out here having a whole kennel of kids.
Yeah, fooling. Look, math fit teach math and exercises. Just ask Miss Dana, she'll simplify it. It's interactive, fun, and engaging. Everybody welcome, all kinds of ages. You ain't even got to be in the classroom. Just zoom online and hop on the YouTube. So get your pen and pad, be ready to learn. And don't forget your gym shoes, we got cows to burn. Math fit, come on, come on. Math fit, everybody, come on. You got a lesson to learn. Get ready, now it's your turn. With math fit, math fit, math fit, math fit. Where we work out and divide, add and subtract, multiply, and math it. Come on, math it. Everybody, come on. You got a lesson to learn. Get ready, now it's your turn. With math it, math it. Understand it, bust it. Where we work out and divide, add and subtract, multiply, and math it.
Tiara, are you there? Tiara?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay.
TT, what up?
Hey, y'all.
We trying to cheer you up, man.
I hope so, because I don't know what the hell the devil trying to do. He do not want me to talk to y'all.
It seems that way.
We ain't even had this much problems last time.
Shout out to Miss Carmen. She's saying you can ask the feds to investigate.
Oh. Well, y'all call me slow, okay? I don't know. Like, what's the difference? Like, is that like the... I don't really know about that. Like the...
You have the city police, you have the state police, and you got the feds.
Big boys.
Okay.
There's numbers that you can call. Just Google it.
Okay. I sure the hell will, because these nice people don't want to hear nothing I'm trying to say. And, well, I won't even lie and say they're not trying to hear me. They just don't give a damn what I'm trying to say. Let me say it better that way. That's what it is. That's what it is. They don't give a damn what I'm saying.
So currently right now, the case is done and it's not. No one is investigating it right now.
Right. It's currently done. The last message we received was "it's over." That was their exact words. That when I called them again, they told me that the prosecutor and the investigator. And he told me that the only way it could get open again is if I, as her daughter, can get opening.
Tiara, the guy Victor that was accused, has he been released?
He hasn't been released yet, only because this situation made him violate parole, probation or parole, one of the other that he was on. So he has to get it reinstated, but he is due to be released here in a couple days.
Oh wow! What was he originally on probation for or parole?
He was actually doing some credit card stuff.
Okay.
Some little credit card stuff.
White collar crime. Okay.
White collar crime.
Now, isn't it true that Victor did look at your brother in court and say that I didn't kill your mom?
Yes, ma'am. My brother was actually on the stand attempting to tell his side. And when he opened his mouth to say, "I know Victor killed my mom," Victor took his mask off. And Victor looked at my brother in his face and said, "I didn't." And he was attempting to say, "I didn't kill your mom." But the judge cut him off and told him he can't be motioning the witness. So he put his mask back on. But he was willing to let it be known right then, like, "Bro, I didn't kill your mama." Like, and in all honesty, if I may say, I've seen Victor cry. I get, some stuff may be a game, as they call it, but you can tell a genuine spirit in a situation. And in all honesty, I've seen Victor cry more in the 2 weeks that there was the trial than my brother has in 2 years. Hear me, hear me. I've seen Victor, the guy who's being accused, cry more than.
Well, the thing about it is, if you're cleaning up brain matter at the scene of a crime, that sounds like you cleaning up your tracks.
Thank you.
You're not about to, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a detective, and I'm not the smartest person in the world.
But it'll just be like, what are you cleaning up for? Like, why wouldn't you just leave that to, because the house was going to get remodeled anyway. So what do you feel the need to clean it up for?
Mm-hmm.
So now he said that he was cleaning it up, and you're saying that wasn't true. He wasn't cleaning anything. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, he had told us that he was cleaning blood off the walls, and he told me this too in particular, that he was cleaning the blood off the walls when he found my mom, and that he was the one cleaned up the crime scene, so that's why he moved in her house. But
this is after the investigation.
After the fact,
like after they removed her from the house.
Yeah, see, when he told the family this, he made it as though it was after her body was removed. But when he told me the story, he told me he was still in the house while she was still there. And then that's when he admitted it on the stand that he was still in the house for 3 hours and he was cleaning up and he had to do this and that. That was his word. He was like, and then I know something was off because my neighbor came outside for like an hour. But how do how do you know all this if you so-called weren't around when you weren't around? Now all of a sudden you were around for 3 hours, which I don't see who in their right mind is going to sit around their deceased mother who was shot 3 times and just be like, oh, let's have a
right.
Along with that, his time doesn't add up on when he found her because he told me that the blood was everywhere, but from the pictures, like y'all, I seen everything, okay? So I had to see. Last week was my first time seeing my mom with her brain, with the way they found her, yo. And so that shit's so fucking traumatic. But
did you have to look at those pictures?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was about to say I don't know if I'd have looked at that.
Yeah, that's kind of hard.
It's so good.
I get mad on Facebook when I'm scrolling up and somebody have a video of like somebody,
Yeah,
I hate that. I'm like, why would you post that?
So long, y'all. Like they did up close pictures. They did like she was shot in her eye, in her cheek, and in her chest, y'all.
In her eye and her what?
Her cheek and her chest.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so that was close range. Yeah. That was close range.
This is some sick stuff, man. Oh, Jesus. So
just don't understand.
This album cover is very disturbing, and I've said this to you. We know, and anybody listening to this knows that your mom is deceased. So if she's crossed out, and then he and you are crossed out.
So so he got an album cover. Wait a minute, just so I'm clear. So he got an album cover that got a picture of all of y'all on there?
Yes, and it's all of us together. He got all of us crossed out. But see, the thing about it, my brother has been suicidal. So him crossing out himself would never be a problem for him. You feel me? It's just you on the picture. Like, it's us on the picture. And the song isn't even a sweet song. It's like, you messed up your lick. You tried to hit a lick and you messed it up. Like, that. Why would you have us as the cover of that with our faces crossed out, Like, just all album covers, you cross out our face. Why wouldn't you leave our face on there? You know. And the songs, y'all, like if you hear the songs, you'll be like, hell no, he ain't even in his right mind. Can't nobody be in their right mind talking about no stuff like this.
He's talking about hitting this lick. There was an insurance policy involved, correct?
Yes, man. There actually was. Girl, this stuff feel like a movie for real. The guy that she was dating, whom my brother is still Willie. This was the guy she was dating before Victor, whom she told everyone, including myself, via emails I have as well. She told me that this man is abusive. She reported to the police that this man was abusive. This is also the same guy who pulled a gun on her, the year before she passed. Well, he waits a year after she passes and goes down with the little old birdie, and they go trot their little happy, no good, conniving asses down to try to get $60,000 of insurance money from my mom's murder.
Who did?
Her ex-boyfriend
and your brother, right?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow.
So I mean, I don't know. I'm not a detective on this case. I'm not an attorney, and I'm not a genius. But if he's talking about hitting a lick in this song, he's got all three of you guys crossed out at the eyes.
Hello.
And there was an insurance policy that they sought after. It sounds like a soft confession.
And also, with the fact that he's after money because he'll get his lick per se, because there's also, because I didn't want to say it on the last episode. That's why I left it at, we'll just pray for my brother. But at that time, I had actually got into it with my brother. That's when he wanted me to come live in my mom's house with him, and he told me I was selfish because I didn't. So in retaliation, he called my unemployment and had his girlfriend portray as if she was me. And those two goofy the effers sat here and got my information transferred to my mother's house, and they've stolen, and I quote, from U.S. Reliant Car Bank, $10,952 in back pay of unemployment from me.
Oh, wow.
My brother, my blood brother. This is my brother, y'all. This is after our mom got murdered. Whoa. But when I confront him, he says, pardon my French, he says, bitch, you ain't my sister. My sister would have came and lived with me. You a stranger to me. Fuck you.
What?
So maybe he wanted you to, and I don't know. I don't want to send you too over the edge. You're already dealing with a lot, but.
I promise I'm already over it, friend. I promise. So, yeah, whatever you say, it won't even shock me, because I promise it'll be something I've said too.
Okay, so me just critically thinking here, I don't think he was inviting you to stay with him per se, so we could be like in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. I think that would make it an easier access to take you up out of here.
Yes,
is what it sounds like to me. He was going to wait till you fell asleep. Maybe not. I don't know. He seems like
and he knows he
lunatic.
Can overpower me, because I've had to call the police on him numerous times before, even in my own apartments, when he would come and try to play like he's boss hog. We've had to call the police on him for trying to bully my grandma. Like, my brother's a bully. Okay? I'm just going to put it that way. He's the bully of the family that is afraid of, except me. And so, pretty much, that's why he's been attacking only me here lately. Because it's like, oh, okay. He knows that I know what he's thinking. Just like I know he's going to see this interview. And I know it's going to be a problem. And I want him to know that I don't care. Because that wasn't just his mama that he murdered. That was my fucking mama, too. So I don't give a damn how you feel, or what you thinking, or what you looking like, or how you feel about a verdict. Because one thing about God, he's not going to bless no fucking mess. And one thing about it, I'm praying right now that his spirit eats him the hell up, because God won't let you rest. I'm sorry, I just had to talk to my brother for a minute. Because God's not going to let you rest whatsoever.
And I do want to say, if your brother somehow listens to this, sir, nobody is accusing you of anything. If anything, what's being said as far as your testimony and actions is out there, we just speaking on what's in front of us. So this is alleged or whatever you want to say. I'm not accusing anyone. I'm not a judge. I'm not a jury. And I have no heaven or hell to put anyone in. But it does sound quite fishy, especially with the phone calls and the harassment that started the day after the interview, which just made no sense, seeing as though we were talking about a whole nother suspect. So what reason would you care that it's out there? You know?
Right. It seems like you would want. It seems like you would want as many ears to be listening to find the killer of your mother. Yeah. So that was strange, and that was one of the reasons why I told the wife, don't entertain any more of that. You know what I mean?
And he tried to put God in it. He said, you know what? You seem like a very intelligent woman, and you seem like you are connected to God, and you have good discernment. I'm like, this nigga here.
You know what? I would offer him, the opportunity. I would offer him the opportunity to come on here and speak to us.
I said that. He said he's not interested in doing that. He already listen. He don't want to sit up and hang himself with a rope.
But you're gonna put an album out.
Yeah, he did put an album out.
Right, you want to put an album out? This is the tour. You know what I mean? Come on.
You want to put an album out and do?
Yeah,
come to the D.
Right. Yeah, let's
put two in a nigga head. Let the world know what you'll do.
Yeah, let's talk about it. I mean, and I'm dead serious. I'm not, this ain't hyperbole. I'm not, challenging a guy or anything. But if he feels counter to what you're saying, I think that it would just be right for the platform to give him an opportunity to say either yay or nay to what's being alleged. Just to be fair. But
for sure. And honestly, I feel the same way too. Like Trevante, if you're listening, please come correct yourself from that trial. Please come correct yourself from the lies you. Like when I say we're all, I've been losing sleep trying to anticipate what the heck. And when he got up on that stand and changed his story. So again, if he's listening, this is only, us putting the story together of what was in our face. And because I've seen and been through this trial, like, please make it make sense to me. If you don't care to make it make sense to anybody, please make it make sense to your only sibling on why the hell your story has changed, the time has changed that you were in her house, why more evidence has come out that you deleted, why everything. What's up with this whole crossing out of the faces, the threats that I've been getting, the harassment I've been getting from you? Please speak.
Okay, TR, we got 60 more seconds, but before we go, I want to read what Carmen had to say. The state is Dallas, Texas, city and state. She said you may need to relocate, ask the feds to investigate. You're probably going to have to get counseling because this is deep. And don't go anywhere near he knows. It could be a setup. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I'm sure we're going to have a part 3 to this because it's a lot. Please share it with everybody you know. There is a petition up for her mother for it to be signed so we can get the word out there and get this case solved.
Please, y'all, please.
I'm going to reshare it to my story on Instagram. Check us out on RockyRoadMedia.com. I'll probably put it on the website, too. So check us out at RockyRoadMedia.com so you can keep up with all the events and shows and stuff like that. Thank you so much for watching. And we're going to see you next week at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Porch Talk Podcast.
Peace.
Peace.